Welcome to this video. My name is Eva, and in this video I talk about a super cool device, and that is the Daisy. So what is the Daisy and why do I use the Daisy, etc. So Daisy is a fertility tracker which basically I use to not get pregnant or basically to see when are the days that I'm fertile, that I can get pregnant, and when are the days that I'm not fertile and that I don't get pregnant and that I don't have to use a condom. And before I get into it, I just want to say I'm not a native speaker, so I definitely lack a lot of words when it gets more into the specifics of this topic, so I just keep it kind of short, and sometimes I have to think and look for the words because yeah, right now I'm living in Germany and I definitely noticed that my English is degrading. So, but I give my best, and also I'm not a medical professional, I just talk from my experience. So what I want to say is that when I was younger I was always looking for alternatives to the pill, because as it depends, I think, where you live, which country you live, but I think in Germany it's just common that people know that the pill is not good for you, that it has just so many disadvantages when it comes to health. It increases the risk for breast cancer. This is not just something that you can read in papers. It's just also something that you just see and get to know when you talk with people who are taking the pill for quite some years, that some women experience weight gain, some women experience mood swings, some women experience acne, so just different things. And it makes sense because taking the pill is just a huge thing that you do, and that messes up with your hormonal system. So I was always thinking, okay, the pill is not the good, and I was looking for alternatives, and there are some alternatives like a hormone thing that you put inside your body. You see, my English is not the best, but all of these alternatives I was still not really satisfied with them, because even if it's a hormonal thing that you put inside your body, it is still not the best. So I was always looking for alternatives, and then I came across the Daisy and I was like, what is this? Sounds interesting. I did so much research. It was, I think, 2 years ago. I did so much research because I was like, I don't want to get pregnant, not in the next 10 years, so it has to work. And the Daisy is actually kind of working even better than the pill, because what happens with the pill, you can still get pregnant when you take the pill. There are so many stories, not so many, but there are stories of women who get pregnant because, for example, they were sick, they were taking the pill, they were sick, and then the pill didn't work, or they were drinking alcohol and the pill didn't work, so they get pregnant. And yeah, and so the Daisy, how does it work? It is basically like this. You take each morning, right when you wake up, you put this away, and then you take this under your tongue and you let it there for 60 seconds, and you can see this. You press this button and then you let it there for 60 seconds, and then after 60 seconds Daisy is like giving a sound, and then you notice, okay, it's over. And then you can see here there are different lights. So here's the red light, which basically means that I can get pregnant. So today I would have to use a condom. And when the light is green, I don't have to use a condom because I'm not getting pregnant. How is this even possible? It's basically like this. I'm no doctor, but I just explained a little bit that a woman has a cycle that is around 1 month, and it goes from having your period, then 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a little bit like this, and then you have a period again. So this is a cycle, and there are different phases in that cycle. So basically you have I try to explain it a little bit, but you have your period, and then you have a phase where you cannot get pregnant, then you have a phase where you can get pregnant, and then specifically it's ovulation day, and then there's a phase right before your period where you cannot get pregnant. I would highly recommend to learn more about this because it's very, very helpful, and I cannot explain it because I'm missing so many English words, but it's really helpful to learn about that. And so basically you can get pregnant around 10 days, depends of course, but the rest of the days would be kind of green and you would not have to use a condom. And Daisy shows you which of the days you can get pregnant and which of the days you cannot get pregnant. And it's just a very cool way, because it's not as cool as the pill in that way that you never have to use a condom again. You definitely have to use a condom for around 10 days during your month, but the rest of the days you don't have to use a condom, which is great. And you don't have to take hormones. There are no side effects because you just take it every morning and get your temperature so that Daisy can figure out when you can get pregnant or not. And it's a really cool thing. Also, what I really like about it is that I get a lot more in tune with my body. So now I always know, okay, when is my period, or for example when I have right before my period I have a sad day where I'm just very sad for whatever reason, kind of depression, and now I just know, okay, that is because my period is coming soon. So I'm just a lot more in tune with my body, and I know exactly when I have this ovulation day. I know exactly when I'm gonna get my period. So it's very, very nice to be in tune with your body. That's the cool thing. Also, I think that the Daisy is cheaper. I think it's around 300 euros to get it, but I mean, I don't know how it's in your country, but in Germany it's like that you get the pill free until you're 20 or 21 or something, but then you have to pay it, and you have to pay it every month. And when I calculated it 2 years ago, and actually the pill, taking it is a lot more expensive than buying the Daisy once, especially because you just buy once and then you have it forever, kind of, and that is really cool. But that said, I have the Daisy, but maybe there are different fertility trackers that are even better than the Daisy. I don't know. I have the Daisy and I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, just do your research which kind of fertility tracker you would like. I think there are different ones. There's also Daisy or Lady Comp or things like that, but I don't know, I'm just happy with that one. And negative parts about the Daisy, I mean, with pros comes cons. So one is definitely that Daisy takes quite some time to get to know your cycle. So I think at least 4, if not 4 months, which is a long time, it gets to know you. So there's a lot of and what does it mean is that Daisy, in order to get to know you, a lot of days are orange, and orange is basically where Daisy says, hey, I'm not sure if you're pregnant or not. Just see it as you can get pregnant and use a condom. So the first 4 months, it's really a journey where you have to be very patient, and it takes a lot of time. So that's one negative part. And also that still 10 days you have to use a condom. That's also a negative part. And yeah, and maybe even for some people the price, that it's a high initial cost. But yeah, in the end it's worth it. Why? Okay, now my resume, my balance. I'm using it for quite some time. It does work. I'm not pregnant. I don't intend to get pregnant the next years, and I'm just so happy for it because I've heard so many stories, even in friends, family, etc., where people had just so bad experiences with taking hormones or taking the pill, and I'm just so grateful that I don't have to do that. And yeah, and that's really great, and that it's just so uncomplicated, because I would never believe in myself that I would be able to check my own temperature and then write it down, because I'm just a sometimes confused person and I make mistakes. And so it's just nice that you don't even have to think about it. Just do it once in the morning and then you have it for the day, and that's very cool. And Daisy gets very accurate also, so I can definitely recommend it for people. And for people who are maybe afraid, is Daisy really working? Yes, it is. Just go to the website, read everything, read how safe it is. It is, I think, even more accurate than the pill. So it's definitely an option that I think everyone should know, because unfortunately I think that especially the government in Germany does not show any alternatives to the pill, which is so sad. And that even in school I never learned about like fertility trackers, that this even exists, and this is such a shame, because it's so, it's just so helpful and so great. So this is all I want to share with you. This is just a very short summary basically, because I wanted to show you, hey, there are alternatives if you want to use the Daisy or not. I mean, it's it's your thing. But I just wanted to show that there are alternatives to taking the pill. There are alternatives to taking hormones that will not mess around with your hormonal structure. And one thing also, because I was really scared talking with that with my boyfriend, but I would just recommend, for us it was no problem, but I was just really encourage you to really inform yourself and then share all of the information with your partner, because in the end the most important thing is your health. And if you feel like that the pills is negatively affecting your health, then it might be a good idea to look and search for alternatives. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you liked the video, then please give it a like. I hope my English was okay enough. And if you want to learn more about me, if you want to learn more about the raw vegan diet, the fruit-based diet, the vegan diet, and learn how to live a healthier life, then definitely subscribe to my channel and check out my website. I'm making weekly videos talking about these kind of things, and I'm just really excited to make this video. So I hope you have a wonderful day and see you in my next video, and a lot of love. Bye bye.